This new year, why not let Audible expand your life by listening? Explore over 1 million audiobooks, podcasts, and exclusive Audible originals that'll inspire and motivate you. Tap into your well-being with advice and insight from leading professionals and experts on better health, relationships, career, finance, investing, and more. Maybe you want to kick a bad habit or start a good one. If you're interested in learning how to master your emotions and hearing scientifically backed advice for using your emotions as a tool, may I suggest Shift by psychologist and bestseller author Dr. Ethan Kross? Trust me, listening on Audible can help you reach the goals you set for yourself. Start listening today when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
This is Gem State, the trials of Chad and Lori Daybell. Listener discretion is advised. This episode covers subject matter that may not be suitable for all listeners. One of the biggest missing person cases ever in the state of Idaho, Joshua J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan. Tylee, last seen in Yellowstone National Park on September 8th of 2019. The brother, who she adored, J.J. Vallow, last seen at his school in the eastern Idaho city of Rexburg on September 23rd. What happened between those two dates? More importantly, what happened to Tylee and J.J.? In the last episode, we left off on the sandy beaches of Hawaii. Chad and Lori had just been married 2 weeks after Chad's previous wife, Tammy Daybell, died under suspicious circumstances. JJ and Tylee had been missing for over 2 months at this point, investigators becoming impatient with both Chad and Lori. This is episode 2, Revelations in Rexburg. January 25th, 2020, police in Hawaii serve Lori with a court order, demanding she produce her children to authorities in Idaho within 5 days. Nate Eaton with East Idaho News caught up with the couple in Hawaii after Chad and Lori's car had been seized by police.
Why have you guys been in Hawaii for so long? Listen, just tell people what's happening. There's people around the country praying for your children, praying for you guys. Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
That's great. That's great that they're praying for you, praying for your kids. What? You have nothing to say? Did you do something to your children? Are your children still alive? That's a simple question. I've got 3 kids of my own. I can tell you every minute where my kids are at. Where are your children? What do you guys plan to do now? You have 5 days to get your children in front of a judge in Rexburg, then what?
Lori did not meet the deadline. Then, on February 20th, Kauai police arrested Lori on a $5 million warrant. She's charged with 2 felony counts of desertion, resisting and obstructing officers, criminal solicitation to commit a crime, and contempt of court. 2 weeks later, Lori is extradited back to Idaho. Nate Eaton was there once again.
Welcome back, Lori. Where are your kids? Just tell us where your kids are. Where are your kids? Anything you want to say, Lori? Anything you want to say? How does it feel to be back in Idaho? What do you want to say to your kids? What do you want to say to Colby? Anything you want to say to Chad, Lori? Any message you have for people watching? Why won't you talk, Lori? Why won't you talk to us? Why won't you talk to the world? This could all be over if you would just answer some questions, Lori. What do you have to say? Did you commit any crimes, Lori? What message do you have for the world, Lori? I know you can hear me. There's a lot of people that want to hear what you have to say. We're ready to listen. JJ and Tylee deserve your answers, Lori.
Lori makes her first court appearance in front of a packed courtroom in Rexburg on March 6th.
In a packed courtroom, Lori Vallow's first appearance back in Idaho, speaking barely above a whisper.
Yes.
As many in the town of Rexburg demanded to know where are 7-year-old JJ and 17-year-old Tylee. Vallow, who's charged with felony child abandonment, has revealed nothing about the fate of her kids. Investigators confirmed Tylee was last seen in Yellowstone National Park.
There is no evidence of Tylee Ryan leaving this park. The FBI is now calling on everyone that visited here September 8th to look through their photos for signs of the family.
As Vallow's husband, Chad Daybell, looked on, her defense attorney complained Vallow has been hounded by the masses.
She could not go anywhere without cameras and people scrutinizing her every single move.
Also speaking out, JJ's grandparents, Kay and Larry Woodcock, whose demand for a welfare check launched the search.
But right now, I only have one question. Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Bring them home.
And bail was set at $1 million. If released, Vallow will have to wear an ankle bracelet. At no point during this hearing did Vallow or her attorney mention where the kids are. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Jonathan Vigliotti, Rexburg, Idaho.
Investigators discovered a storage unit rented by Lori. Security footage showing Lori and Alex on a few occasions, and what appears to be Lori and Chad visiting that unit. They're seen bringing several loads into the storage unit after Tylee disappeared. Then again shortly after JJ disappeared. Investigators searched the unit and discovered that Lori, with the help of Alex and Chad, had been moving the children's possessions, bikes, toys, pictures, and blankets, into that storage unit.
Produced very little. What was found inside this storage facility is being considered a breakthrough of sorts. Investigators, we are told, have combed through it. What they have found at this point remains unclear. Listen, it's not unusual for a family to rent a unit of this kind before making a big move like they did before going to Hawaii. But what remains a mystery this morning, why most of the things found inside almost exclusively belong to the two missing children.
Surveillance video appears to show Lori Vallow and a man visiting the storage unit on multiple occasions last fall. It was just after the September disappearance of her 7-year-old adopted son JJ and 17-year-old daughter Tylee Ryan. At one point, a man is seen carrying out a heavy tote bag. Inside the unit, police found bikes, photos, and a backpack with JJ's initials.
It was disturbing to see that it was the children's belongings that were in that storage unit.
Rich Robertson is a private investigator working with JJ's grandparents, Kay and Larry Woodcock.
If they had expected the kids to be coming home soon, why would that stuff be in the storage? On the other hand, if they didn't think the kids were ever coming back, why keep it?
Wednesday, the Woodcocks filed a petition to obtain guardianship of JJ. Kay attended a press conference last week after Vallow ignored a court order to produce the two kids.
Everybody has to be accountable. If you're not accountable to the law, then you're accountable to God.
Anthony.
Such a strange case, and we hope they find those kids. Jonathan, thank you.
Then what many had come to fear finally happened. On June 9th, around 7 a.m., Rexburg police, joined by the FBI and the Fremont County Sheriff's deputies, searched Chad's home. Within hours, investigators zeroed in on two areas: a pet cemetery behind the house and another area near a pond. After hours of searching, police discovered human remains buried on the property. One hardly recognizable, the other wearing bright red pajamas. Those remains were identified as JJ and Tylee. Chad Daybell, who was home at the time, then fled in his truck. He's then taken into custody about a mile from his home and booked in the Fremont County Jail. The discovery of JJ and Tylee ended that search, but the questions were just beginning. Why were JJ and Tylee murdered? What we do know comes from nearly 3 years of hearings, motions, and statements from court proceedings leading up to this trial. On June 24, 2021, a grand jury in Arizona indicts Lori for conspiracy to commit murder in the death of her fourth husband, Charles Vallow. In Idaho, the troubles were just beginning for Chad and Lori. Judge Boyce agrees to a change of venue and moves the trial to Ada County, the largest county in Idaho, where Boise is located. Prosecutors then announced they plan to seek the death penalty. After a long string of hearings and motions, Idaho versus Lori Daybell begins April 3rd. CBS 2 will be covering the trial and providing regular updates right here. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an update. You can also follow us on CBS 2 Boise and idahonews.com. Gem State, The Trials of Chad and Lori Daybell, is written and produced by Ryan Oswald. I'm your host, Sarah Jacobson. Gem State is a production of CBS 2 Boise and idahonews.com.